Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet down to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've caught 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught 'em twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I've conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday to you all, and welcome to the last day of November. For those of you in the U.S., I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving and a good Black Friday, and, other stuff, I should say. I did. I made the best turkey sandwich I've ever made in my entire life for Thanksgiving. And I will be eating those leftovers the next couple days. Happy about that. But anyway, let's get started here. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Dragonic, Ranji the OG, Emery, Big Cheese, Thrifts, Gina Bina, Random Tuber, Jerry Notso, Shinies. You got a question for me? Let's hear it. Big Cheese, we are hunting for HERACROSS and LOPUNNY, so therefore the top one is bugs, the bottom one is bunny. Because HERACROSS is a bug. Let's go ahead and get started. That Sammy was pretty. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. But hope you're all doing well. Guys, I couldn't believe it. I fired up Pokemon Go this morning, as I do when I'm getting up and making my coffee, just see what spawned at the house. And the very first thing I clicked on was a shiny Phalanx. Got the shiny Phalanx. I'm very happy about that. Uh-oh, why isn't Saturday happy for you, Random Tuber? Was it from the young girl's perspective or the older girl's perspective? That's a good question, Shinies. That's a very good question. I'm going to have to think about that one. That's actually a really good question. I think that was a lot deeper of a movie than it may have appeared like on the surface. That's actually a really insightful question, Shinies. I got to think about that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Also, on Thursday, I think it was Thursday, I finally pulled the Magneton in Pocket. And then yesterday morning, I finally pulled the Raichu, which left me with 5 more Kantomons to get. And I finally said, I don't care, forget it, I can't handle the stress. And I used my Pocket points, or Pack points, to get the other 5 Kantomons I needed. So yesterday morning, I got myself the Immersive Mew. You might be right, Shinies. Thanks for including me on the Happy Thanksgiving. Here's my spread message chain. You're welcome, Gina. I thought you'd appreciate it. But yeah, that was a really good movie, Shinies. I liked it. If you're wondering what Shinies and I are talking about, there's a movie that's on Amazon Prime. He actually saw it a few days ago, and when he talked about it, I thought he was doing one of the Shinies bits. I thought it was like some joke I didn't get. but he was being genuine. There's a movie on Amazon Prime. It's called My Old Butt, except it's not called Butt. And it's actually a really good movie. Thank you, Anne-Marie. You don't know how many more cards you need for that? Yeah, I ended up surprising no one. I ended up making a spreadsheet of all the Kanto cards with the what packs they came from and what the pull rates were a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago, I should say, and have just been keeping track of that. That's a mouthful of a movie name, My Old Butt, but it's not Butt. Yeah, it is Jerry. Me and my spreadsheets. I live in spreadsheets. They are fantastic. It's the only way I can organize anything in my head. You have a Google Doc of what's needed for BDSP home decks. How's that coming along, Anne-Marie? I do have the BDSP done. I have 3 more I need to get in Let's Go. I did finally finish Let's Go Pikachu on Thursday morning and got the shiny charm there. Let's Go Eevee, I am about to fight Misty, so I got quite a lot more time on that game ahead of me, but I did already transfer over everything from Pikachu, so it should just be a matter of breezing through and along the way, getting a Pinsir, a Omastar, and a Staryu. And then I'll have the home decks done. You have seen the entire poker app to figure out how many you need. You think it's 6? The entire poker app. That's impressive, Jerry. That's something I've never been able to do. I basically just know like the last section. It starts with Charmeleon. Gina, what advice could I possibly give you? I can try, but I'm not the best at advice. How should you keep track of spinners and BDSP? You're chaining them and hatching eggs, but you completely lost track of how many you've seen. You're chaining them and hatching eggs at the same time in one game? Alright, give me a minute. Give me a minute to process. It's your ex-girlfriend's birthday, and so our very old mutual friend celebrate her birthday by keep saying go celebrate her breed. Ah, geez. I'm sorry, random tuber. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hopefully that will get better in time. Alright, so yeah, Gina, can you confirm with me, are you hatching eggs in the same game that you're chaining? You're spending time collecting, hatching eggs, and chaining. Okay. Well, the good news is for the chain, you don't need to worry about keeping track because hopefully you have the little app in the Poke app or whatever they call it in the top right corner that will keep track of where you are on the chain. I mean, as far as the eggs, maybe even something as simple as a piece of paper and a pen nearby, start doing hash marks. Which fighting type early route Pokemon is the best? Every Pokemon is available. Fighting type early route Pokemon. Well, which fighting types are on the early routes? Because you're playing one of the ROM hack games, right? One of the fan made games. You're gonna have to. Yeah, instead of keeping track, Gina, of like what's in your boxes, I would just keep track as they hatch. Those little baseball counters that you click, that would be cool. That would work too. Mienfoo, Mankey, Pancham, and Machop. Riolu. Okay, out of those, I would probably go with. I'm gonna say no to Riolu right away, just because obviously you want to get that Lucario, and that's gonna take some time because it's a friendship evolution. Mienfoo evolves very late. Mankey's decent early game, but I'd probably go with Pancham. I'd go with Pancham because it's pretty decent. It's got stuff like Circle Throw and things like that. And you know, if you find a dark Pokemon, you evolve it into Pangoro. Pangoro is pretty freaking awesome. At the point in the hunt where you question if you're doing this correctly, Gina, if it makes you feel any better, I've been trying to chain a male Bidoof for like 3 weeks, and it's driving me crazy. Matthew Snyder, good morning. How you doing, buddy? I totally know that feeling about questioning if you're doing it correctly. I guarantee if you're hatching eggs and you're chain comboing or whatever it's called, poker radaring, you are doing it correctly. There's not really a way to mess those up. Just gotta hang in there and be persistent. Matthew, I'm doing fantastic. How you doing, buddy? How was your Thanksgiving? Yeah, personally, random tuber, and let's be honest, most of Pokemon is very subjective and based off of personal opinions. Out of those options, I would probably go with the Pancham. I think that'd be a good early route fighting type. You can get it to Pangoro fairly early. I think it has to be a minimum of level 32, and you have to have a dark Pokemon in the party. And I think Pangoro is just a fantastic, well-rounded Pokemon. You get a good chain going, then you'll break, and you'll hatch eggs and make yourself feel better. I get it. I get it. Yeah, Poker Radar in BDSP has given me the highest of highs when it comes to finding shiny Pokemon, and the lowest of lows when I'm devastated that the chain breaks at like 35 or something. Bayleaf, Alolan Grimer, Trapinch. Okay, so you have a dark type on your team already. You got Alolan Grimer. But that would make it the Pancham a lot easier. You don't have to worry about trying to find a dark type. Probably still go with Pancham, but if not Pancham, then perhaps Mankey. Wait for Rods to evolve into Glade. That would work too. Mighty Munchkin, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Mighty Munchkin, first Pokemon I clicked on in Pokemon Go this morning was the shiny Phalanx. Yeah, congratulations, Jerry. Very excited for you. Again, I had no doubt in my mind, but nonetheless, congratulations. Thanks, Matthew. And I did get the, I mentioned it in Kem's stream yesterday, so some of you might have heard it. I did end up finishing off the Kantomons in Pocket and got the Immersive Mew. I got down to needing 5 left, and I just said, forget it. I'm going to use my pack points for the last 5. So I'm at like 125 pack points right now. The Immersive Mew is very cute, and it reminds me a lot of the original Pokemon Snap. If anybody played that, the artwork, it could be completely coincidental, but the path you go along in the Immersive Mew card reminds me of a lot of the sections of the original Pokemon Snap. You're waiting to use your points too? Yeah, I mean, this, like, really, that last Immersive... Oh, yeah. If you didn't hear, I got the Immersive Pikachu on Wednesday night. So now I got all 4 Immersive cards. So now that I have all 4 Immersives, like, I'm good. You know, like, now I'm just opening packs for funsies. If I get any gold cards, that'll be awesome, but I'm not expecting them. There's still, I think, about 20 base cards I need. But I'm not, like, going to be devastated if I don't finish that off. Chem Nation, good morning. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, actually, let me show you this Mew card. I know we got some people in here that played the original Pokemon Snap, and you like that. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Tell me if I'm crazy or if it reminds you of Pokemon Snap as well. For any of you that don't want spoilers on the Immersive Mew card, I would look away now. Also, we can open a booster pack. We'll do that at the top of the hour. All right, here we go. Oops. Focus. Focus. You know, focus. Here we go. Hello? Here we go. That's the immersive Mew. I don't know if it's just me, but watching that Mew travel around through like the mountains and the forest and the cave, it made me think of Pokemon Snap. Found a nice town reset method in Cortando for the 2 shiny Chansey you need in Scarlet Violet, struggling to find one for Tinkatink. I was thinking about going for the Tinkatink. As soon as I got to the cave, exactly, Jerry. Exactly. As soon as I got to the cave, it made me think about that. And then I watched it again, and some of the other scenes, like, you know, it's not direct, but, you know, it plays into my confirmation bias. You gotten hot garbage from your polls as of late? I had a week of, like, complete hot garbage, and then I've been on a hot streak the past 4 days. You didn't think of Snap, it's cute animation. It is a very cute animation. I am excited to see what immersive cards come out in the next set. You know, here, fingers crossed there's going to be an immersive poly world, but I think we all know that's not going to happen. Yeah, Pikachu EX and Snorlax AR card in 1 pack and pocket. Nice! Nice, Mighty Munchkin. Got this Snorlax full art card. If they do a Johto base set, that would be amazing. It would be. Yeah, and look at that. Next message. Jerry saying, let's get some Johto love in the next set, please. Yes, I'd love to get a Houndour. I'd love to get a Scissor. Ampharos, Wooper, Donphan. Because as we all know, those are my top 5 favorite Johtomons. Hassan, good morning, buddy. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Feel like TBC picks and chooses when to highlight Polyworld. They really do. And by picks and chooses, that means highlights Polyworld very heavily from 98 through 2000 and then never again. Light Gold 25 already. My goodness gracious. Thank you, Dragonic. You've returned to the Zygarde hunt. How's it going? How's that going, Hassan? Because you're soloing it, right? Ariana, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Maybe you can play Radical Red while hunting shiny. Like me, like I could play Radical Red while I'm hunting for shinies. No, my brain's not big enough to do that. And what do the kids say? My brain's not wrinkly enough. It's too smooth. You're soloing it. You're built on a different level. 8-Bit Emerald with the 5 months of membership. Let's get some hype in the chat. You have some shiny Pokemon this past weekend. What'd you get, Dragonic? Ari, how you liking the new layout for the emotes? Is it working for you? Yesterday you got lost yesterday you lost in the most infuriating way possible, but you were rewarded with a shiny Mean Shao. Okay. Much better. Good. So, Hassan, I'm assuming you're not on a god path yet, so you were able to keep that Mean Shao? That's exciting. Yeah, Jerry, Hassan's just built different. "53% you think we're gonna get the Heracross first. Interesting. Even though the Lopunny has a 1,000 check lead. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that, Airy. That's rough. You got Zoroark in 664 soft resets, 2 shiny Chikorita, and a shiny Phalanx and Pogo, and shiny Tinkatink. Nice! Ideally, I have to get 2 shiny Heracross. What, male and female? Gina? The Mega doesn't have... The Mega doesn't have gender differences, though. I do have a male and female shiny Heracross already for my gender decks. You were 10 minutes behind? Oh my gosh, Matthew. Have I even been streaming for 10 minutes? How's that possible? Were you in negative time? I guess I have been streaming for 20 minutes. This is blown by already. Well, welcome back, Matthew. Welcome to the present. $134 checks for Yveltal, nothing yet, and you're doing it solo. You'll get it, Dragonic. You know you will. You have a path that you're currently resetting, but you're scarce on Dynite Ore. I've been there. Finished your coffee 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago? I'm confused on which timeline we're in right now. You need to go shower and take meds. Ooh, it is. Yeah, it is the last day of the month. So yeah, you do need to shower. Going to an anime convention while Ricky stays home to take care of Stella. She had a tiny operation last night. What? I hope Stella's alright. You didn't tell me about that. How dare you? Veltal took 231 solo checks and a lot of fails. It's definitely possible. Remember the Rubik's Cube theory? No. Unless the theory you're talking about is the theory that if given unlimited amount of time, I could actually solve a Rubik's Cube the correct way and not the cheating way. Weird mask and a few loose teeth. Okay. Alright, but she's good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Anybody else ever solve a Rubik's Cube the way I did? Where you just take one of the corner pieces and you wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it until it pops out. And then you take the entire Rubik's Cube apart and then you put it back together the correct way. It's the end of the month. I can't with you. What's going on, Amber? Good morning to you, my dear. Have breakfast and hop back on one hunt with you. Sounds good, Hassan. Get that breakfast. Never solved it. I never solved it the correct way. Thinking outside the box. That's right. Wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle. I did kind of say wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it. That's gonna be my team in my Pokemon Scarlet playthrough. Wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it. The stickers never stand a chance with you. That's another way. Of course, it kind of limits the amount of times that you can solve the Rubik's Cube. You just end up with one big black cube. You went and saw that evil movie, but not called evil, but it is? Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. How was it? I genuinely have no interest in seeing it, but I have heard a lot of people talking about it and excited about it. Experts are solving Rubik's Cubes faster and faster, so eventually they'll be able to solve it in negative time, enabling time travel. I do remember that conversation now, Gina. I do. Ghost Bunny, what's going on? Your birthday's gonna be next Sunday. That's so soon. Restart your game, make it hardcore? That's crazy. You're someone who was super into that when they were in high school. They were on the 45 to 60-second mark. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Like, I don't understand how your eyes can even work that fast, let alone your hands or your brain. Tiny's birthday is also next month. Nice. It was decent, but my god, it made me so angry. Nothing. What a movie review. What an absolute stellar movie review. It was decent, but it made me so angry. I'm confused as to whether or not you're recommending it. Trying to beat Geometry Dash level, made some real good progress last night. Went from 14% to 58%. That is good progress. Kyle's kicking your butt, but not actually the word butt, the other word. Bum. Tookus. Cheeks. Clapper. Peach. Hash browns. Tushy. Arsenal? I've never heard Arsenal. Clapper is nuts. I've heard people call it the clapper before, right? Don't people call it the clapper? No? Well, maybe they should. Maybe they should start. Maybe we can start something here. I don't know why the top switch Joy-Con keeps disconnecting. No time travel for me? Dang. Did the sub count go up? Did someone just subscribe? Was it because I called it the clapper? Should I just keep talking about the clapper and then the subs will go up? That was you. Please let me know so I can say thank you in person. Makes you angry the entire Wizard of Oz movie? Okay, alright, I got you. So plot-wise, story-wise, finding out more about the Wicked Witch of the West recontextualizes the Wizard of Oz in a way that you're not happy with. I got you. I know the basic gist behind Wicked. I'm not much of a musical person. If it's not animated or yeah, if it's not animated, I don't really care that much. John Strucker, what's going on? Good to see you. They split Wicked in two? I didn't realize that. What's up with that? That is annoying. This new fad of taking movies and splitting them into two parts. When I say new, I mean for the past like 15 years. Dialago, what's going on? Hope you're having as fantastic a day as you are a fantastic legendary. Tinky said to Sabmon to hunt, not a fan of mons whose color changes based on the item it holds. Matthew, I learned something. Just like I learned about the Golden Go. I learned something about the Tinkatink line in Pokemon Home. Let me pull it up here. This doesn't make it any better of a shiny, but this surprised me. Let me pull it up. Gina, it's funny you say that. I was with a friend last night, and she literally said the entire thing. She said that this press run for Wicked has been so insufferable, it actually makes her want to see it less. I think you would get along with my friend very much so. Based off of this one thing. Alright, let me pull up the Tinkatink line. Yes. So here's the thing. Yet again, Scarlet and Violet were lying to us about the shiny. Here's Tinkatink, right? We all know Tinkatink. And we know that hammer is going to turn like a brownish copper color, right? See that jewel on its belly? See that silver jewel on its belly? The jewel turns brown / copper / bronze too. So it isn't just the thing. The chest is, okay, so Matthew, you already knew that, so I don't feel as impressive anymore. On Tinket Tough, its little, I don't know, butt flap tail thing, that turns brown too. And the little butt flap tail thing on the Tinket Tough does as well. So there is actually a part of the body on the Tinket line that changes color. What has Ariana Large been doing? That's a good question. Can I catch a Giratina? Well, I already have one. That's not to say that we might not catch one again some point in the future. Gina, exactly. It's like I'm talking with my friend. It's like I'm having the exact same conversation I did last night. But yeah, I was surprised about that, Matthew. So we can cross the Tinkatink line off the list of Pokemon who only change something they're holding, like Kamala. As far as I know, Kamala is still just the stump / pillow. Game Freak's a bunch of cowards. They are. Can I catch a Mew? I mean, I have caught a Mew. At some point, we might go back and go for another Mew to catch in a Premier Ball. But yeah, I caught Mew, when was that? Spring of 23. If you scroll back in my live feeds to spring of 23, you can go watch me catch it. Live, recorded live. It's funny being a classical musician. Everyone just assumes you love musicals because it's music. I'm a fan of some older musicals, but the more modern ones are so bad. Like, for me, it takes me out of the plot. It takes me out of the world. Like, I'm the type of person that when I watch a movie or a TV show, I get immersed. Why isn't my camera focusing? Let's turn the light back on, too. I get, like, immersed in the world, right? Like, I'm, like, blind to everything around me. I'm just focusing on what I'm watching. And when people just break out into song, it takes me out of the world. Can I catch a Mewtwo and a Dialga? I mean, I have. We're going to be catching 2 Mewtwo probably here in a few weeks, or we're going to start looking for them at least, because for this mega Pokemon hunt, I have to get 2 Mewtwo, one for Mewtwo X and one for Mewtwo Y. So we're going to be dual hunting those in the Let's Go games. I have Let's Go Pikachu set up. I'll be working on getting Let's Go Eevee set up this week. Thanksgiving was fantastic, John. I made the best turkey sandwich ever. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys this turkey sandwich I made. Alright, so here's all the fixins. Let me turn the light off again. I might as well just leave the light off. Here's all the fixins I got for Thanksgiving. With 2 turkey breasts. Here's the turkey coming out of the oven at the proper 165 temperature. Here's all the turkey breast after I chopped it up. And here is the turkey sandwich I made with ruffled potato chips and onion dip. Look at that beautiful sandwich. It was delicious. I had one yesterday as well for lunch, and I'm planning on having one again today for lunch. I figured, since I wasn't going anywhere, I'm just by myself, let's just cut out the middleman, and instead of like making a turkey and then using the leftovers to make those delicious turkey sandwiches, let's just go straight to the turkey sandwiches. For me, that's always been the best part about Thanksgiving is the leftover turkey sandwiches. Chefty, I like that, John. I like that a lot. Can I catch a black Kyurem? Like the shiny Kyurem? I've got one. We might end up getting another one at some point down the road. Right now, though, Dialga, we're going to focus on trying to get this HERACROSS and Lopunny for the Mega Evolution Challenge. %. Good job, Ghost Money. You remember Shefty 57? Actually, I think, was it Shefty 617? Yeah, Shefty 617 was a unusual one. Not gonna lie, it made me feel a little uncomfortable a couple times. That dead French guy anybody can cook. What, Napoleon? Jacques Cousteau? They straight up stole my PFP, and I didn't like that because I actually commissioned to have the PFP made, and I didn't think it was right that other people that didn't pay for it could use it. So then they turned it purple. Or pink. Yeah, it was pink. That's right. Dialga, I have caught a shiny Groudon, and again, right now we're just going to focus on catching the Lopunny and HERACROSS because that's, you know, what I'm doing here. Joe, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Dialga, if you're interested in what I still need to get shiny for my shiny living decks, you can put in the chat exclamation point remaining. Exclamation point remaining in the chat will tell you what shinies I need for my living decks. And that'll show you which shinies I still need to get. Been in therapy and burying yourself in work. How have you been? Pretty well. Also, pretty busy at work. Doing some stuff around the house. Getting ready for the holidays. Jerry, very good, but you can take out the over long pause that I made. You can just put exclamation point remaining. Thank you, Ari. Yeah, so there's the shinies I still need for the shiny living decks. What is this? Are we getting a raid? I hate that it's in white. 501st Pokemon Legion giving us a raid. What's going on, Raiders? Welcome on in, Scarred Angel. Welcome on in, 501st Pokemon Legion. How's it going, buddy? How was the stream? What'd you have going on? Oh, wait, it was Mornings with Arceus, right? I think I saw the thumbnail when I was getting ready for the stream today. Ironixie, what's going on? Chaos Royal, hello. I do have a shiny Lugia. I do. Evelyn, good morning. Went to Arceus, no shiny yet. How many checks are you at? Are you keeping track? BRB? Alright, sounds good, Ari. Who to Pokemon Night after a couple of months. I just got Shiny Pearl, so you're on the simulator looking for a Minty Turtle. Good luck, Joe. I think Turtwig is slept on. Turtwig is actually my favorite of the Sinnoh starters. Do I go in the office every day? Well, I don't go in on Saturdays or Sundays. I do have a Shiny Mewtwo, Dialga. Thank you for the link drop, Ari. Guys, please go check out 501st Pokemon Legion if you haven't already. Fantastic, dude. Miles the toilet cat strikes again. Poor little turd. Oh my gosh. You think that Miles would learn his lesson, Jerry? I'll tell you what, Dialga. I'll tell you what. After this check, we're actually going to boot up home real quick. And I'll do a quick run through of what shiny Pokemon I have. Evelyn, gifting a membership and sniping our raider, 501st Pokemon Legion. That's crazy. That's insane. What an absolute snipe. Yes. Yes, Gina, I do go in Monday through Friday. I entertain the least deserving. Well, it also gives me a chance to flex for a minute, Ari. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so keep your eye on the bottom screen. We're going to fly through this fairly quickly. Hey, plus, Heracross, needs a fighting chance. Heracross is a few checks behind Lopunny. All right. I actually have to use the LNR. Hold on. Oh, that's the wrong one. Wrong one. Fighting chance. Get it? Because he's a fighting type. I was actually trying to think, Airy, of some like clever pun for the stream title today about how these are both fighting type Pokemon, and I couldn't think of one. All right, here we go. Keep your eye on the bottom screen. We're gonna fly through these pretty quickly. Here's all the shiny Pokemon I have, and almost all of these are in Premier Balls. %. There you go. Here's Gen 3. Jump kicking the shiny hunt. That's a good one. I like that. Gen 4. Starting a new show I might enjoy theme-wise. What is it? You were sent a plant. I guess we have to keep it alive until the holiday party. You don't want to? Oh, Gina, you should talk to Airy. Airy will give you lots of good pointers on keeping that plant alive. Here's Gen 5. From. Okay, I've watched the first 5 or 6 episodes of From, and then it got taken off of Amazon Prime. And I don't have Paramount Plus at the minute. But I've been thinking about picking it up for another show anyway. But yeah, I did enjoy From what I saw. Here's Gen 7. You're going to start noticing a lot more blank spaces because of shiny locks now. Here's Gen 8. Can I live tomorrow? I hope so. But it depends on how today goes. Here's Gen 9. Party with a plant. That sounds fun. Matthew, seriously, it took me several hours over the course of like 3 or 4 days to get everything organized. When I start the shiny journey is late summer of 2020. I had a couple of random shinies from over the years from like Fire Red Leaf Green and Heart Gold Soul Silver, like the Gyarados, and from like GameStop giveaways, but I heavily started getting shiny hunting summer 2020. Here we get into the regionals. Home and annual fee. Yeah, I pay an annual fee of, I think it's like $30. It might not even be that much. Here's the ones that like have different forms. So you have like your other Shellos and Gastrodon, your Wormadams, your Basculins, your Deerlings and Sawsbucks, etc. Here's all the Vivians. Rosie! What's going on, Rosie? Here's the Flabébés, the Rotoms, the Alchremies. Here's the Unknowns. And then these are... this is the gender forms. These are the gender forms. So here's the other genders. You can see there's still a few I'm missing. The Vivians are such a flex. If you want to see how I got all the shiny Vivian, I actually have a video on the channel specifically about how I hunted all the shiny Vivians. Matthew, mostly PLA and 1 BDSP. And that's it. So there we go. They really should give us more free boxes. I agree. Like I understand wanting to, not give you a whole bunch of boxes if you're doing it for free, but I think like 5 boxes. I think 5 boxes would be good. Gina, it took me very, very long to organize that. I also have the non-shiny living decks in there. That's the first 2 pages of boxes. I actually have some work to do on the non-shiny living decks, because like I don't have all the non-shiny, like Flabébés. I do have all the Alchemy. I have all 63 Alchemies. How many Shalfas do I have? I have 4 Shalfas. How about that? Dialga, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Let's get some hype in the chat for new sub Dialga. Takes us up to 1856. No, again, it's not like I started off organized cheese. It's not like I did it immediately. It took a long time first to muster up the energy to do it, and then it took a few days to do it. How many Shalfa doo-doo butts do you have? Same as you, Shinies. 2 doo-doo butts. Are you gonna join you on the spin to hunt? You know what? Here's the thing, and I'm really upset about this. I knew that if you messed with the time on the Switch, BDSP like would screw up. I didn't realize. I don't know why I thought this. For some reason, I thought it only mattered if you messed up the time while you were playing BDSP. With all the time changes I've been doing for all these hunts, my swarms and BDSP have been locked for like months. One of them has a Pidgey, the other one has a Fanpy. It's been that way for months, and it makes me sad. Because I also, although there's no swarms I need to go after Gina, I also still really want to get Cast Form in the Trophy Garden. And that changes every day, and that has not changed in months. So, it's frustrating. You have 28 shiny alphas? Dang! You found one on accident, unknown. I know Amber recently got a Shalfa unknown, and I was jealous. Do you have a shiny Kyogre? I do! In fact, if you go back about 3 minutes, you were able to see it on the bottom screen. Some people have asked if I'm going to shiny hunt the Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon, or I should say if I'm going to hunt Kyogre and Groudon because they're primal forms. And the way I've left it is it's not currently on the list, but as we get closer to Legends ZA, if they do announce that the primal forms are in Legends ZA, then they will be added. That 47 will become a 49. Also, as we get closer to Legends ZA, if they announce any new megas, and when I say announce, I mean announce, not these supposed leaks, not these supposed rumors, but Matthew, that's actually pretty good. But if Nintendo / Game Freak / the Pokemon Company officially announces any new megas, they will be added to the list as well. How many Master Balls do I have? I think I have at least 1 in each game, probably 2 or 3 in some of the games, because if I remember correctly, like Sword and Shield, I think there's a Master Ball in the base game, there's a Master Ball in Isle of Armor, and there's a Master Ball in Crown Tundra. The only shiny Pokemon I've caught in Master Balls was Arceus and Darkrai, and that's because I had to. I was forced to. I tried to catch them in other balls. I tried to catch everything in a Premier Ball. But Darkrai and Arceus I was not able to, which does mean that eventually I got to go back and redo those hunts. Thankfully, I have both Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and when those events came out, I got the items you needed in both games. So, like, I caught the Arceus and Shining Pearl and the Darkrai and Brilliant Diamond, so I can get the Arceus and Brilliant Diamond and the Darkrai and Shining Pearl. Nabil with the 21 months. Let's get some hype for Nabil. Thank you for the luck. Good to see you, buddy. I have both Sinistes, both Poltegeist, both Poltchageist, and both Sinistcha. Thank you very much, Scarlet and Violet, for having the outbreaks. You need that Arceus and a luxury ball? Oh, man. Jerry, maybe you and I should do like a gentleman's challenge, a gentleman's race sometime. Matthew, no. But to be fair, I rarely play Pokemon like on the go. I'm usually more of a, well, I'm sitting at the house or if I'm sitting at the office, I'll pop it open and see what's in the wild. So it's rare for me to hatch eggs, actually. I was really lucky though. I was lucky enough that during the event last weekend, I had 2 open egg spots, so I got 2 eggs during the event last weekend. First one had something stupid, I can't remember. The second egg I hatched on Wednesday, I think, and it did have a toxel in it, so I was actually able to get the toxel. Moosin, good to see you, buddy. Using 2 switches or 1? Well, I can only use 1 because I only have 1 available Arceus now, Jerry, because I caught the other one. So I can't dual hunt the Arceus anymore. I can't dual hunt the Darkrai anymore. Something stupid as mean. Well, I mean, I don't know. It was probably like I don't know. What's a stupid Pokemon to hatch in an egg? I don't know. What's the worst thing that you would hatch in an egg, Gina? What could hatch out of an egg and you'd be upset about? I do have a shiny Pikachu Dialga. In fact, I also have, believe it or not, a shiny Surfing Pikachu from Ultra Sun. Hatching a rat. It was probably a rat. Fiona, I would love to be able to hatch a Fiona in Pokemon Go. Actually, you know what, Matthew? I think it might have been a Goomy. I think it might have been a Goomy. Kaludi Pro, hello. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. They're all friends. You know what? If you are friends with Candy, then yes, they are all friends. Not much, man. I'm just doing some hunting for Heracross and Lopunny. What's up with you, Kaludi? And if I'm mispronouncing that, let me know. You had the ticket, mind you, and hatched 203 eggs. Only got 21 toxel. A lot, even with ticket, didn't even get one. Well, I don't mean a shiny toxel. I'm not saying I got a shiny toxel. I wasn't nearly that lucky. I was just happy that I got a toxel. Because from what I understand, the toxel... What was the chances of a toxel being in an egg? I want to say it was 1 in 20. Yeah, they're taking the engaged any shiny toxel. Yeah, I mean, I just got the 1 toxel. Oh, we're talking normal toxel? 203 eggs got 21 toxel. Is it maybe 1 in 10? Okay, I got what you're saying. Yeah, Nabil, I understand what you're saying. You got 21 toxel and none of them were shiny. But when you said that's extremely lucky, I thought maybe you thought I was talking about a shiny. Hatching toxin during the wild area event was commonish. Okay. Tier 3 if no tickets, tier 1 with ticket. Gotcha. It was a Pawniard, Matthew. Thank you for looking up. It was a Pawniard. So I'm doing something really stupid and crazy, and that's working on the Pokemon Go home decks. Here's what I mean by that. You guys remember when they released Shiny Meloetta the other month, and everyone rejoiced, particularly Nabil? And they, you know, in the announcement in Pokemon Home, they said, you know, basically, we're rolling out rewards for finishing all the native Pokemon dexes in each one of the Switch games. And the first one up is Meloetta. Never heard of her? Oh, you should look her up, Matthew. Fantastic. I said the first one up is Meloetta. Implying that, you know, they're going to be releasing ones for the rest of the games. Sword and Shield, BDSP, Legends Arceus, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, perhaps. And so I started working on that. And I got all of them done except for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I have 3 left to do, which I'm going to be able to easily get on my playthrough with Eevee that I'm working on. Hold on a second. I got some people I got to say hello to. What's going on, Loops? What's going on, Razzie? Welcome on in. The only odds on you with Shiny Toxel was 164, but it didn't matter if you can't get even one. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, get some breakfast, hatch some eggs, Gina. Chill out with me. It's always fun having you here. So I was working on all those dexes in home, but then when you go to all the game dexes in home, at the very bottom there's one for Pokemon Go. So there's like a 99% chance they're never, ever, ever going to have an award, a reward for completing the Go home dex, right? Never going to happen. One of the reasons being, for example, it's impossible to complete right now because there's so many Pokemon that haven't been introduced into Pokemon Go. But gives me something to do, and for that 1% chance it could actually happen, I'd like to have a leg up. So I've been catching all sorts of randos in Pokemon Go and transferring them into home. And then if they have evolutions, I then transfer them into the Switch games, evolve them, transfer them back into home. Once they've been registered in the home decks, I release them because I don't need all those Pokemon Go Pokemon taking up space in home. But I did realize something kind of cool. I have a Pokemon Go Giraffe rig, which I'm going to transfer into Scarlet and Violet and evolve, and then put back into Pokemon Home, which means that I will have registered a Pokemon Go Farigiraf, which isn't even available in Pokemon Go yet, but I will already have it registered. What does that get me? Absolutely nothing, but I think that's kind of cool. Razzie, you're excited about tonight? That's awesome. What time did it start? Big Brain Energy? That's right, Gina. The biggest. Mighty Munchkin, thank you for the light goal. And I'm trying to think if there's any other Pokemon like that. I need your guys' help. Are there any Pokemon that were given an evolution perhaps in Gen 8 or Gen 9 that the unevolved form is available in Pogo, but the evolved form is not yet? Dunsparce 3 Seggy? Oh my gosh. Well, actually, the Dunsparce, just even 2 Seggy, that would be one too. They haven't introduced the Dunsparce in Go yet. I could get that one. King Gambit? I could do King Gambit. Arcaludon? Is Duraludon in Pogo yet? Yeah, I got the Giraffe rig. I'll definitely be evolving the Giraffe rig into Farigiraf. You can't even count the wrinkles on my brain? That's creepy, but I like it. 8 hours from now. So, 6 p.m.? Applin, I don't think is. Annihilate is in Pogo. They just recently introduced Annihilate. Cleavor! Well, Cleavor is in Pogo. Cleavor is in Pogo, but I don't have a Cleavor in Pogo. I think it's raid only. Oh, and here's the other thing. Everyone that's heard me complain about Pokemon Go raids over the years, heard me whine and complain about how I hate Pokemon Go raids, will enjoy the fact that I now am going to try and do as many Go raids as I can, because I need to get copies of all the legendaries. Billy, good morning. Speaking of which, I know Regidrago and Regieleki are going on right now. If you guys are friends with me on Pokemon Go, please, 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 if you're doing a Regieleki or Regidrago raid this weekend, please invite me and let me know that you're inviting me. I need to get 2 of each. I need to get 1 for Pokemon Go, and then I need to get 1 to transfer into home. Cleaver, hardly know her. Oh my goodness. I think it's either exclamation point Pogo or exclamation point FC. You know, it's funny, like, I know Chem's commands even, like, well more than I know my own. Jerry. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Big Cheese, make sure you get Absolute Wonder Woman and get Justice League Unlimited, #1. I actually went to the store yesterday. They were closed on Wednesday, and I was thinking about that. I wasn't sure if you had gone yet or not. I don't know why Nightbot's weird thinking. Okay, I see. It is Pogo, but I did make it mod only. There we go. Yeah, Matthew's a fantastic Pogo player. He's like my idol when it comes to Pogo. But there's my friend code. Like I said, if you're gonna do a raid, I don't want to act like I'm begging, but it'd be nice if you could invite me. But because I'm not on Pogo all the time, if you're going to join a raid, like if you're getting ready to go into the raid, shoot me a DM so I can open up the app. Matthew, that's an honor right there. Thank you very much. Been so unlucky with Drago. Lucky got first raid, 39 Drago now. You even got one 10-10-10. Nabil, that's terrible. I'm so sorry for you. But I swear to everything holy, if anyone ever complains about having bad luck on Drago, I'm gonna flip. I'm just teasing, but not really. But no, Nabil, I hope number 40 is the magic number for you. Welcome back, Hassan. But yeah, like if you're like, you're walking over towards the gym, you see it's a raid, you're like, oh yeah, here we go, I'm gonna join this one. Like, just DM me real quick and I'll log in. So like I don't want to let you guys down too, right? Like I don't want you to like get into the raid, invite me, and then there's like 15 seconds left and you're like, what the heck? And then you DM me and you're like, get your clapper over here and join this raid. And then, I end up getting in too late. Hope you can get to level 50 one day. I will probably be dead by the time I could get to level 50. I just got level 40 earlier this year. 100 raids deep for Reggie Drago? Dang. Zumpal, you think it's because you pronounce it Reggie Drago? Reggie Drago? I mean, I guess I could see that, Drago, like dragon. But no, come on. It's obviously Ivan Drago. Your cap is 10 to 15. Once it passes, that'll just trade for someone. You'll trade someone for it. Gina, where do you find people to trade with? How does that work? Is it your local community there? Because you can't trade online, right? It's got to be in person for some stupid reason. Yeah, Nabil, 16,840 checks for Reggie Drago. But we got it, finally. Yeah, you're lucky, Gina. My community is me and that dude in the car 3 spots over last weekend that helped me get the Snorlax. Ivan Drago from that Moose movie? Yes. $39 at 57. I wish. RG Drago is sellable and the Lucky is doable for level 40. So I did hear about Drago being sellable, but you need to have Mega Evolution Pokemon, right? Which, I mean, I have some, but not a ton. And I don't think I have a Mega Gardevoir. Let me check. Because I did see you talking about that the other day, Matthew. I do. I pay attention. I pay attention to what you say. Here's the other thing. When it comes to Pogo, I use it almost exclusively as a collecting type thing. So a lot of my Pokemon are like horrible stats because once I catch one, I don't care about catching anymore. You know what I mean? like things on community day, like I will obviously, like after I catch a whole bunch of shinies, I'll see which one has the best stats and evolve that one. But like non-shinies, I just, you know, I see the first one, I catch it, and then I don't bother catching anymore. Let's see here. Let me check out my Gardevoir. I have 2 Gardevoir, and I have 0, 0, 0 Gardevoir Mega Energy. After Zygarde, you're going for a lucky. I hope your lucky was as quick as mine was, Hassan. That was what, like 1,900 checks? Hyper Beam would be the worst move, especially if you're going with fairies. Hyper Beam. Only one of your Reggie hunts has been over odds so far. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Should we open up a pack? Should we open up a TCG Pocket pack? What do you guys think? I can only open up one today. I used up all my hourglasses yesterday. You got Steel in 67, Ice in 798, Drago 3957, and Rock in 5574. So Reggie Rock was the only over odds one. That's crazy. And an early Ice. That's fantastic. You got an early Ice. All right, let's open it up. I think we're going to open up a Mewtwo pack. The only Mewtwo card I have is the Immersive. And I still don't have a Gardevoir either, speaking of Gardevoir. You see my Wonder Pick with 2 Raticate? Lucky, lucky me. Well, Kem, hold on a minute. I'm about to open up another pack. Maybe this next pack will be something you'd be willing to open. Yeah, Kem, I was telling Kem last week, like, anytime I do a Wonder Pack, or a Wonder Pick, if there is a Raticate in the Wonder Pick, it is confirmed, it's guaranteed I will get that Raticate. Alright, here we go. We got Dodrio, Wooloo, Salazzle, Snom, and another Venusaur. That's cool. I didn't need it though. Cam, do you have the Venusaur? Can you get shinies in TCG Pocket? There's no shiny cards yet. I'm imagining that eventually there will be a set that has shinies. I went over 6K on Regice, and that was your unluckiest Ultra Wormhole hunt. If I was blessed by Holy Cow, I start second guessing myself around 5K. Matthew, I feel your pain. Let me tell you what happened with Regice. This story cracks Kem up, and he makes fun of me a lot for it. So I can't remember how quickly I got Regice the first time, but it was before I decided I wanted to catch everything in a Premier Ball. So I had it in an Ultra Ball. So earlier this year, I was going through and redoing the Ultra Wormhole hunts, catching everything in Premier Balls. And when I got to Regice, here's what happened. So, because I'm an idiot and I have issues, every time I find a shiny legendary in a wormhole, I want to take a picture of it, and it has to be when the star shows up. So as soon as I see it shiny, I hit the home button, get my phone ready, get the camera ready, and then go back into the game and take a picture when the star shows up. I've just always been this way. I don't know what's wrong with me. I do not. You do in your head count, or at least that's what I tell myself. So I'm going for Regice. And pretty early on, maybe like an hour, hour and a half into the hunt, it shines. And I am so surprised and shocked that it's shining. And I'm so focused on trying to hit the home button before the star shows up, because it does take me like an extra half second to realize it's shiny. I'm in such a rush. I'm in such a panic in my head. I got to get the start of that picture. Instead of hitting the home button, I hit the start button and I reset the game. Good morning, Kelsey. Good to see you. So I cry for a second. I'm like, okay, well that was early on. That was only like an hour and a half in. No big loss. So I start resetting again. About half an hour later, it shines again. I'm so shocked that I got the reclaim so quickly. I go to hit the home button and I hit the start button instead. And I reset over a second one. It then takes me 8 days for the third one to show up. And I got the picture with the star. It was a rookie mistake, Gina. Yeah, first Regice in an hour and a half. Second one in like half an hour. Third one 8 days later. But I got the star. I didn't take a selfie instead, exactly. Meanwhile, Kem was yelling at me like, why do you keep doing this? Just forget about the picture. Because that was literally the only reason why I failed the first two, was because I wanted to take a picture. Matthew, I do the same thing. I take my hand away from the device. That extra half second can let the brain catch up to what the eyes are seeing. But in this case, like for what I want to do, I had to hit a button on the 3DS, and muscle memory just made me hit the wrong button. Muscle memory and panic, because like with every other shiny legendary in the wormholes, you immediately know that it's shiny, and the game gives you like a good second and a half until that star pops up, so you can be like, oh yep, that's shiny, here, hit the button. But with the Regice, it takes like an extra half second to second to register whether or not it's shiny, and then like you only have a tiny bit of time before that star shows up. And then I panicked. I was not okay, Gina. I was not okay. You've never failed a shiny legendary. That's very good, Hassan. I hope you never do. You're always a star in my world. Thank you, Big Cheese. My muscle memory did, in fact, embarrass me. Not very big brain of me. No, Gina, it was not. I did keep my pants on. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I did. Corix, I'm doing well. How you doing? Geek smooth brain, exactly. Alright, where is this shiny at? Lopunny needs to show up soon. All the embarrassing things you could do in your life, not keeping your pants on and losing them in the moment would be very embarrassing. That's true. I mean, I was home alone at the time. I guess I could have embarrassed myself to myself. No, Gina, I have no idea what Big Cheese is going on about, but I do feel like it is rooted in some personal experience. Single wrinkle days. Single wrinkle. That's fun to say. Everybody say that real quick out loud. Say single wrinkle. That's fun. Only 2 of you said it. We're resetting Pokemon TCG Pocket free packs from the tutorial packs and put a golden Mewtwo. So far, you have a golden Pikachu and a golden Charizard from resets. What? That's crazy. So I never did the resetting like you're talking about, Corix, because by the time I found out about it, by the time I heard about it, I was like in too deep with TCG Pocket. But so is it like did you reset over the Pikachu and the Charizard then? Like is that how that works? Like you're specifically going for the Mewtwo? So even though you got the Pikachu and Charizard, you had to sacrifice them to continue the Mewtwo hunt? Your belt broke yesterday morning as you're walking towards the gas station kiosk at Walmart and almost had your pants hit the deck. Oh my goodness, Big Cheese. Decorating your tree today, very nice. I gotta get my tree out of the basement and set it up today as well. See, it's funny, Matthew. It's funny when it's somebody else. You're saying up your tree day too? Save the accounts you want to keep with a Nintendo account, Google account, or Apple account, which will save your cards in the future if you log into the account. Oh, I see. So you're starting up multiple accounts. I gotcha. So at the end of the day, once you get that golden Mewtwo, you'll have 3 active accounts, each one with a different golden card. I gotcha. You did your tree Thanksgiving night. I haven't celebrated Thanksgiving in several years, and I'm just saying that, like, as a matter of fact, like, I have no feelings about it one way or the other, so, you know, I'm not, like, looking for sympathy. Because my parents live down south, I live up here. Occasionally, I've gone to, like, you know, friends or coworkers' houses for Thanksgiving, but honestly, I'd rather just have time to myself. Anyway, the reason why I'm saying all this is back in the day when my parents lived more northern and closer to me, only like 4 hours away. And I'd go to visit them for Thanksgiving weekend. We had a tradition where we would eat Thanksgiving dinner, and then we would set up the tree while watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That was our little Thanksgiving tradition, was after dinner's done, decorate the tree while watching Christmas Vacation. Now, since I don't see them at Thanksgiving, but I do see them at Christmas, now we've just kind of moved it and we do Christmas Vacation on Christmas Eve. Cheese and bag kind of Thanksgiving. A cheese and bag kind of Thanksgiving. That sounds delicious. But I mean, to be fair, Cheese, that would be about the same amount of time, or close to it, as it would to go visit my parents. Can your parents use Zoom or FaceTime? Yeah, they can. They certainly can. Virtual Thanksgiving? Nah. No, because that would be like insult to injury, right? So like I'd be sitting here with like my turkey sandwich and potato chips, and I'd watch them like devour this like 8-course meal. Could you imagine? Either gonna watch Home Alone or listen to Christmas music while setting up your tree day? Nice. You'll just drive over and pick up the hefty parents. You'll have the most random people Christmas thing, or I don't know why I said Christmas. Random people Thanksgiving ever. That's a good idea. I could see you and hefty dad having a good time. Just go to Kim's house next year? Oh yeah, I'll just, you know, walk the 2 miles to Kim's house. No, I did actually get an invite for Thanksgiving next. And also, Kim doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving at the same time. I would just like show up at Kim's house on some random last Thursday in November and be like, give me turkey. And he'll be like, why are you here? Didn't I get unlucky with Zacian and Zamazenta? I got unlucky. I did 15 Zacians and got no shinies. And then I did 2 Zamazentas only because people invited me to raids. And no shinies. Shrek, you won't be the only thing roasting in that house. Yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving is in October. Exactly. I don't know where Kem lives, but I know where his P.O. Box lives. I wonder if I could mail myself to his P.O. Box. Would mailing a... Oh my gosh, I don't want to tell everyone how much I weigh. Would mailing a somewhere around 160-pound package to Canada cost less than a plane ticket to Canada? I mean, I'm obviously not going to do it right now because Canada Post is on strike, and I could be there for months. No, plane ticket would be cheaper? Okay. Go to Manitoba and post up at every Costco. Just hang out by the, hang out in the Dr. Squatch aisle. Isn't flying out plane shipping yourself? Pretty much. That's a good point. $400 one way? That... You talking about for the plane ticket? Or are you talking about for the shipping? Because I feel like $400 one way shipping would be cheaper than the plane ticket. Shipping? Alright, now you got me curious. I'll even set this to go from the closest big airport and not the airport where I live. Okay, it won't go, like, I can't choose Thanksgiving of next year, but let's just say October 15th through October 19th of next year. Okay, not as bad as I thought, actually. Round trip, cheapest price would be $785. I thought it was going to easily be 4 digits. So $400 shipping one way, it would actually be slightly cheaper. Like using the numbers we're using, it would be like $15 cheaper to fly than to ship. It'll be free marketing for his YouTube channel, and you'll hopefully find someone who can help you find him, right? That's silly high? I don't think it's silly high. That was from Harrisburg. Atlanta to Manitoba is $220. What? Just rewatched. You gave me step-by-step instructions on how to catch it blindfolded, Shiny. That was great. You did an incredible job. So did you, Shiny. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Despite how I sounded, I actually had a lot of fun doing that. Closest major city airport? Major would be Philadelphia. But then you have to take into account the gas, the parking, etc. I mean, the parking alone for a 4-day trip in Philadelphia would be like $80 to $100, and I really don't like their long-term parking. How did I end up in Harrisburg? Well, I mean, I'm not currently in Harrisburg, but I would drive to Harrisburg. Charge it to Chem. I like how we're setting this whole trip, and Chem is probably just lurking in the background, like in a cold sweat. Like, oh my gosh, I hope he's just kidding about all this. All right, we're gonna take the Lopunny up to 11:20. Then I'm gonna go on a quick break. Atlanta, Manitoba, next October, $263. All right, what's the price of Philadelphia to Atlanta? I mean, you gotta keep in mind, Cheese, it's Atlanta. It's like the largest hub in the U.S. You know, anywhere else, there's gonna be, you know, multiple layovers. Probably this P.O. box right now. Telling the postmaster not to accept any boxes over 50 pounds. Probably so. No shiny and no shiny. All right. I'll be back in a few minutes. Please hang out and have fun without me, like people normally do. But I'll be back in a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. Gene is in charge. Okay, I'm back. Thank you, Gina, for keeping the chat under control. Oh my goodness gracious, Nabil gifting 20 memberships. Nabil, thank you so much. I guess I should go back and read those. Holy smokes. Nabil, thank you so much. Ty, Sarah, Minting Matt, T-Dog, Combat, Wormadam I Am, Sir Shicker, Cold Sakai, Angel Sosa, Utsune Masaki, Taiko, Archer the Paint Horse, McMusic, Gnarly Thor, Q, Noodle Kai, RD, Vahid May Crossing, Doc Phil, and Cat Clasher. What snipes? Thank you so much, Nabil. Yeah, we don't know exactly when yet ZA is going to come out. So hopefully the sooner the better, but also hopefully like the day after I finish this challenge. I was going to say something too, and gosh, that generosity just stopped me for a minute. Hey, good morning, JJ. Close of fiscal year 2025, Matthew, for the Switch successor for the next gen console. I remember now. I was going to ask because I was just looking at my Wonder Picks. Made me think about TCG Pocket. Anyone doing the Venusaur event right now? Anyone get any good promo cards yet? I have gotten 3 cards so far. I didn't say this yesterday because poor Kem was looking for that Lotad, and I didn't want to ruin his day even more. But the first card I got was the Venusaur, and then I've also gotten the Haunter and the Greninja. So I still need the other 2. I can't remember what they are right now. Corix, you're welcome. You're welcome for streaming today. Mark Malloy, what is up? Good to see you. Got all 5 already. I'm not surprised, Nabil. You were like the king of Pokemon. I got quite a lot of crashes in the early days of Scarlet and Violet, but only in one specific area. You guys, if you were around, you probably saw it a couple times. When I hatch eggs in Scarlet and Violet, I always go to Levincia and just run around that circle in the middle of the city. And for some reason, there, and only there, if I'm running around the circle of Levincia and hatching eggs, it would occasionally crash the game. But then they did that one update a few months in, and since then I didn't get any crashes. But that was the only time. I mean, it was fairly consistent, but it was the only time I ever got crashes early on. Remember your free save event? Yeah, that's true, Nabil. That's true. But still, you're just an absolute legend. Not just here, but all over the YouTube. I think you told me, Nabil. I don't remember the specifics, but I also know that sometimes you do have a string of bad luck, particularly when it comes to sheep. You want TCG battle on turn 1? Dang, so what, did you KO the only Pokemon they had out? I've been waiting for that to happen. Every time I play, though, it seems like they immediately have, like, at least 3 Pokemon, like a starter and 2 on the bench. How do you start one of these hunts? Can't figure it out. Okay, C-Cappy, I'm going to try and talk you through it as best I can. If we get really lucky and get one of these shinies here really soon, I'm actually going to do it on stream as well. But here's what you do. The first thing you do is you find the strong spawn static Pokemon that you want to find. So for example, we're going with the Lopunny and the HERACROSS right here. So you find the Pokemon that you want to knock out, right? Or that you want to hunt for, I should say. Once you find it, you... oh, they conceded. Dang. That's really lucky. Once you find it, you encounter the Pokemon, and you either knock it out or run away from it. Doesn't matter. You just need to despawn the Pokemon, right? Once you do that, actually, I could do this with the Lopunny. I could do it right now. I'll do it right now with the Lopunny and show you. Hang out for a second, see Cappy. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so this is a Lopunny. I want to hunt for this Lopunny, so I've run into it. And what I do is I run away. So the Lopunny is gone. Before you do anything else, before you even move, you want to, if you have one switch, take like a screenshot. Take a screenshot right here of where you're standing. If you're lucky enough to have two switches, the other thing you can do is, like on the top game, I could go to where I'm standing. I will show up here because I'm local. My character will show up and I'll have my other guy stand right here. But if you can't do that, just take a screenshot of exactly where you're standing. Once you do that, you're going to run over to the closest Dynamax lair. And hopefully it'll have the Pillar of Light. If it doesn't, you're going to drop in a... what's it called? Not a Wish Stone, but you know what I'm trying to say. You want to activate it, right? So you go in, you hit Invite Others. While it's searching, it's not going to find anybody because I'm not connected to the internet. While it's searching, I'm going to go back out into the home screen. I'm going to change my date. I'm going to change it back. Whoops. I'm going to change it back 1 day. And then I'm going to go back into the game. This has to be while you're searching for other members. Now that I've changed the date, I'm back in the game. I'm going to quit this raid. Or this lair. Who is Dino Max Slayer? That's Max, who slays dinosaurs. And then I'm going to go right back to where I was standing before. You're going to check your picture to make sure you're in the right place. Then you're going... Did I do this right? I didn't do this right. Oh my gosh, I didn't do it right. I was getting sidetracked. Let's start over. Okay, I've encountered it, I've run, I've changed the date back 1 day. I changed the date back 1 day. I go into the Dynamax layer. In here, I'm going to change the date back to the correct date. I hope this works. I might have screwed this up. So now I'm back to the correct date. And I'll get back to chat here in just a second. Then I'm going to go back to where I was standing. I'm going to save the game. Now I just reset the game. Which people would just finish the match, don't concede just because it looks like you're losing, fight till the end. I mean, if they don't have a chance, though. I mean, first turn is ridiculous. Plus one more day of no cast forward spawn. Yeah, exactly, Jerry. Your wife finished her Halloween research task for 3 raids. She got Shiny Spiritomb. Oh, that's awesome. I still don't have a Shiny Spiritomb in Go. Now, if I did this right... I did. Okay. And so now we're good. So that's how you do it. I know I kind of scuffed it up there. But you run into the Pokemon that you want to hunt. You run away from the battle. Change the date back 1 day. Start a Dynamax lair. Search for team members. While it's searching, go into the switch. Change the date back to the correct day. Go back into the game. Leave the Dynamax lair. Go and stand right where the Pokemon spawns. Save the game. Restart. Knowing my luck, C Cappy left like 5 minutes ago and missed all that. But for anybody else that was interested, that's how you do it. I really like these hunts. If depending on when we finish this, oh, you're still here. Okay, good. C Cappy. I hope that was helpful. I know I kind of screwed up the explanation there for a minute, but I hope that did help you. Depending on when we finish this challenge, this mega challenge, and if Legend ZA isn't out yet, I actually think I might want to start doing a thing where we just do these soft resets for every strong spawn. Because there's a ton out there I've never done. Can I show how to do it for HERACROSS now? No. Here you are wasting precious seconds per reset like some kind of Neanderthal. I mean, the other way to do it is... if you figure out exactly where it spawns, right? And you back up. You back up to it despawning. And then save the game, then change the date. Then you can do it that way, and then like when you start the game, you just immediately move forward, you know, until it spawns and run into it. But yeah, that does take extra time. Rianne with the 2 years of membership. Let's get some hype for Rianne, you beautiful, beautiful woman. You can only do this method if you skip a day because it's the only method you can horn. No. Okay, Swords of Justices are different. Swords of Justices are different. They are treated differently in the spawn table. Swords of Justice are actually super easy. All you have to do with the Swords of Justice is encounter them. If they're not shiny, run away, open up a camp, close the camp, it will respawn. They're on a completely different type of table. You've only done one stack hunting Sword and Shield Grimmsnarl. It's a beautiful shiny. One of my favorite shinies of Gen 8. Gina, for you, yes. You find the Pokemon that you want to hunt. You encounter it. You run away. You take a picture of exactly where you're standing when you encountered it. You go to the nearest Dynamax layer. You throw in a wishing piece to activate the Dynamax layer if it isn't already activated. You go out to your Switch home menu. You change the date back 1 day. You go back into the game. You get into the Dynamax layer. You hit search for players. While you're searching for people, you get back into the game, change the date back to the correct date. Go back to where the Pokemon was standing, hit save, restart the game. Hold on a second. That was sweet. Dorian Dysart just called me to say that he loves me. Dorian says hi, everybody. You're welcome, Gina. Yeah, I've never actually hunted the Swords of Justice like to completion, but I have checked it out. And yeah, that's all you need to do is just the best thing to do, actually, Nabil, the best thing to do is encounter the Sword of Justice, run away, save the game, restart the game. It'll immediately pop up underneath your feet. And then from there, just run away, picnic reset, run away, picnic, or not picnic reset, camp reset. The reason why that's a little bit better is that I don't know why that's better. Ignore that. Aren't friends just the best? They really are. He was laughing the entire time. Like, I couldn't even make out what he was saying. Lexi, Beacon Tart raid. Oh my gosh, are we getting another raid? What's up, Ross? Welcome on in. Beacon of Strawberry Tart Lexi. I love the name. When did you change that? Thank you for the raid, Lexi. How are you, the Dragonite? Welcome on in. Ah, Ross, very nice to meet you too. Yeah, if you guys don't know me, my name is Hefty. I'm a shiny Pokemon hunter. We're currently doing a challenge where I'm trying to get shinies of all the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve before Legend ZA comes out. We've gotten 21 so far out of the 47. I'm currently going for both Heracross and Lopunny. So that's what's going on here. Alexi, how was your stream? What'd you have going on? You're calling it Lopunny first? Nice. 35 likes. Thank you guys so much for all the likes. I don't know if we got any active mods in the chat right now. I know normally Ron and Ari have me on in the background while they're doing morning stuff. But if one of you two, and Villy as well, I know Villy was here a little bit ago. If one of you guys are here, if you wouldn't mind grabbing a Lexi link. Strings, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. Like a month or so, you were a meme, so you're embracing it. Did some Pokemon Moon Emerald. It's a randomizer. Okay, nice. Well, I like the name. I don't know. I like strawberries. So you're doing, it's like a, you're doing like a playthrough on Moon Emerald? Who's on your team right now? I think all the mods might be making breakfast. Give me a second here. Alright, guys in chat on my side, if you are able to, if you're lucky enough to be able to click on links in mobile or if you're on your desktop, please make sure you go check out Lexi. Lots of shinies and some mega. Nice. Gina, yesterday I bought some stuff at the comic book store. I got gas. Panera Bread. You're already subbed to the awesome Lexi? Well, that's good. Oh, yeah. So I didn't buy it yesterday, but I got a package in the mail yesterday. I got a website I use specifically for comics. It's kind of like, I don't know what is a good comparison. It's kind of like the third-party sellers on Amazon. It's a site kind of like that, and I usually buy a lot of older comics I need from that site. So last week I bought some comics from a guy, and one of the ones I got in the package, I was finally able to reclaim it. Something from my childhood from 1992. I got the first issue of Spawn back. Very excited about that. It's in beautiful condition. Looks brand new. Got gas. That's right, Frofi. Got that along with some issues of the original 98 Deadpool series that I needed to reclaim. Basically like issues 20 through 25 and a couple Fantastic Four issues. Yeah, so I've been big into comics since 1991. Super heavy, hardcore. Like, if there's possibly something that I love more than Pokemon, and I obsess over more than Pokemon, it's comic books. And when I graduated college back in 2020, or I wish, 2002, I had a roommate. We lived together in an apartment. And after about a year, he ended up moving to Philadelphia to go to nursing school. So then it was just me. And Being a year out of college, not making, a ton of money at my job at the time, it was a little bit difficult getting used to the doubling of the expenses. So, short term, unfortunately, I was in a position where I sold off some of my comic collection, so I could, have a little bit of a cushion as I started to, re-budget myself. And so, over the years, I've managed to reclaim a lot of what I sold. But Spawn was probably one of the last big ones I was hoping to get back. Nick, you want to walk into your local comic store? Well, it is a Small Business Saturday. Go out and support your local comic book shop. Hiru the Dragonite, you got to head out now. See everyone later. Thank you so much for being here, Hiru. Anyone else not able to get into their Pocket TCG app? Asking you to reauthorize the account but won't let you. I was just in it a few minutes ago. I didn't have an issue, Kieran. Hopefully it's just a little momentary glitch. I know sometimes it's completely different programmers and stuff, but sometimes it happens to me with Pokemon Go. I'll go to open up Pokemon Go and it asks me to reauthorize the account. It happens like 2 or 3 times and I get back in. You haven't been able to get into Pocket either, Matthew? Let's see here. Let's see if I can get in right now. It's also important to know I don't play Pocket. Oh my gosh, Matthew. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's doing that to me too. Reauthorize. That must have literally just happened because I just had to close the app to reopen it. Interesting. Yeah, they're having problems right now. And then I go to reauthorize and it gives me an error. Yeah, it's not just you, Kieran. Hopefully it's temporary, like super temporary, because I was literally just in it like 10 minutes ago. Anne-Marie can get in. They like Anne-Marie. But I mean, who wouldn't like Anne-Marie, right? Come on, we got to get a shiny today. Anne-Marie's a queen, she sure is. Yeah, with my Pocket, I have it linked to my Nintendo account. Typically I link things with my Google account, but when it gave me the option, I linked it with my Nintendo account because I thought there was the possibility that at some point there might be a perk for being linked to the Nintendo account, like a special card or download or something. Froky, did I say hi to you yet? I know you talked about me having gas, but Froky, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Yeah, I just thought, maybe there was a possibility that at some point there would be an extra bonus or perk or something to people that were connected with a Nintendo account. Like, I know this won't happen, but imagine like in an upcoming set, there's a shiny Victini card. And they say, oh, well, if you have the shiny Victini card and your account is linked with your Nintendo account, you can receive a mystery gift containing a shiny Victini. You only read one comic and that was Sandman? Well, Gina, to be fair, once you've read Sandman, once you start with Sandman, everything else is going to be a step down. You started with the best. Yeah, Sandman's great. Sandman's a fantastic series. I can't count the number of times I've reread it. It'd be so sad. I know that's not what's going to happen, but that was my thought process. Like, there is a possibility that there might be something eventually that will be available only to people that are connected with the Nintendo account. The art's so good. They had so many great artists on that series. Sam Keith. Dave McKean's covers too are always legendary. think he did the cover art. Dingus? I think Dingus did some art too. Yeah, but like that's just exactly, Gina. That's kind of my mindset is if I ever play an app like a Pokemon app or any sort of Nintendo related app that has the option of connecting to Nintendo account, I always do it to Nintendo account. Yeah, I know. I know JJ enjoyed the show. I know that she's enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the show as well. It's actually like there's still a few changes, but it's actually probably one of the most um, faithful comic adaptations I've ever seen. There was a couple of small changes, but basically, so far, the storyline has matched up spot on with what was in the comics. When pouring the shampoo on, do you ever miss and it goes all down your back? That has not happened to me, Ken, but that does raise a question. Yeah, I'm like JJ. I put the shampoo in my hand. I don't pour it directly onto my head. You try to use body wash instead of shampoo. Do that a few times a year on accident now. I you don't have a bath. Wait, Kieran, what happened to the bathroom? That is better than getting in your eyes, though. Yes. I know you said the Tylers were all done. Is it still not usable? It's not a loofah scrub. That's the toilet wand. Oh my gosh. Same here, more effective, right? Still all being fitted. I'm sorry, I thought it was all done. How do you deal with the beginning of the shower when you first turn on the taps and get blasted with cold water before it heats up? Here's what I do, Cam. Here's a little life hack for you. I turn the shower on, and while the water is heating up, that's when I brush my teeth. Then, when I'm done brushing my teeth and I get in the shower, the water is already warmed up. You turn on the shower after you turn on the faucet. Well, it depends on what your setup is, JJ. Like, my setup, I don't have a bathtub. I have a shower stall. So there's not like a second thing. It's just when I turn the water on, it's immediately coming out of the shower. It's like 20 seconds of wasted water, though. That's true. That's a good point, Ken. I like how Matthew and Kem both said it takes them 20 seconds of brushing your teeth. There was no variance there. Both Matthew and Kem said exactly 20 seconds. Shower head on one wall and the controls on the other, no cold burst. My dad has kind of a similar setup to that. That's awesome, Shinies. Yeah, Bluetooth mirror, you can listen to some music while it heats up. Whilst it heats up. I'm sorry, I forgot you were British. Whilst it heats up, not while it heats up. Your dad has a hat? My dad does too. Maybe our dad is the same person. Maybe you and I are actually brothers. Normally takes you 5 to 10 minutes to brush your teeth. No, it did not get caught by YouTube cheese. I just refused to read it out loud because it's gross. I know that most nails recommend 30 seconds, but you find if you scrub 1.5 times faster, you can finish it in 20 seconds. That's fair. Tyler, good to see you. Enjoy the grounded. I'm doing fantastic. A stand-up shower, it's like an upstanding shower. It's like you know, it does well. Whenever your toothbrush tells you it's time to stop, 2 minutes per brush probably. Yeah, I'm assuming you have an electric toothbrush, Matthew. I do too. I'm not sure exactly how long that timer is, but yeah, like you brush, and then it gives you like mine does like a bzz, bzz, and then like it stops maybe 10 seconds after that. Your electric toothbrush? That's good, Gina. I'm glad you have strong feelings towards your toothbrush. You guys remember the days when we still had Pocket? It was a fun month. I was just thinking about that, feeling all nostalgic. Back when we had TCG Pocket. That was a fun app. That was a good time. I do miss it. Jerry, why are you so funny? Okay, Kieran, I'm back in. I'm back in. Phew. That was the worst time period ever. Yeah, my TCG literally did not work for about 5 minutes. Kieran came in here and said, "Is anyone else having trouble opening TCG?" And I was like, "No, I was just in it like not even 10 minutes ago." And I go to open it up and it won't let me open it up. But now it is. Of course, it always worked for Anne-Marie because Anne-Marie gets special treatment. Yeah, it was probably some sort of like momentary server glitch. Kept wanting to re-authenticate and then the re-authentication didn't work. Kieran, yours is working too now? Good. You gonna open some packs? You gonna pull some cards? You gonna make swears when you don't get any good cards? Kieran came in here to educate us. Kieran's like that person that informs you of a problem you didn't know you had, and the problem goes away before you would have known otherwise. He comes in here and says, TCG Pocket's got a problem. And then we realize there's a problem, and then it goes away. If he didn't say anything, we would have never known there was a problem. Keith, good morning, my friend. Friend of yours quit the game and deleted it. Say didn't open for him for a good 3 days? What? Thoughts on Pokemon Racing? Shinies, I don't know what Pokemon Racing is. Please tell me. Kieran came in here and said, hey, you're self-conscious about your breathing, and then left. That's totally a thing that he would do. 3 days, that's crazy though, Nabil. Did you guys see the message in TCG Pocket about how they're trying to weed out the inappropriate usernames? Did you guys see that message? I saw that and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. And honestly, I would have thought you would have had some pretty good filters on to begin with. And then later that night, I found someone in my Wonder Picks with an extremely inappropriate name. So I took a screenshot of it and I sent it to support and said, here's another one for you. Got leaked on Reddit last night. It's like Mario Kart Diddy Kong, but with Pokemon. Oh, interesting, Shinies. When is it coming out? And who are the drivers? At least that's what was in the dream you had last night. Oh my goodness, you got me so good. I can't believe I fell for that so easily. It's probably why you can't find Cam in your friends list anymore. They must have made him change his name. You quit. Don't quit, Shinies. Just use this as a growing experience. Our Unity, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a great day. No, it's funny though. Shinies was in Kem's stream a few days ago and was telling Kem that he saw a movie on Amazon Prime that he really enjoyed. And Kem's like, "Oh, what was the movie?" And then Shinies told him what the movie was, and then Kem's like, "Yeah, okay, all right." And to be fair, I also was like, "Yeah, okay, all right." This is probably one of those things that Shinies is doing like a drawn out joke about. And I guess that was the title of the movie was, I guess, the punchline, but I didn't quite get it. But it turns out that he was actually telling a truth. He was telling a truth statement. And I watched the movie that Shinies recommended last night with a friend. It was actually really good. Put up all the Christmas decorations, put up the tree. So tired but worth it. How's your day been? So far, so good. I'm going to be putting up my tree later on today as well. And doing a little bit of shopping. No, not shopping. I do have to go to the post office, though. I have to mail a very special package today to a good friend in Tennessee. You like when Dwight picks a bad healthcare plan and Michael feigns disappointment? That was great. Sometimes you dream, other times dream you. Exactly, Gina. What was the movie? It was called My Old Butt, except it's not butt. 41 likes. Oh my gosh, that means we need a new like goal. Tree's been up for 2 years straight now? Okay. Mighty Munchkin, thank you for the like goal. Keep seeing that movie you recommend when you turn the TV on. It was a good movie. Maybe once you watch it, it'll stop recommending it. 54% you think that the HERACROSS is going to shine before the LOPUNNY. What's up with that? Maybe you were confused and you thought that Bugs was a LOPUNNY, like Cheese was when he first got here. I thought it was a funny little play on words. Maybe it wasn't. You either jumped 4 or 5 times last night? Okay. Yeah, I think it's pretty common to have multiple dreams per night. Gina, oh, that's right. That's right. I was buying a coat, right? I was buying some sort of a coat, and you couldn't even tell me if it looked good on me. So this whole series is getting ready for Legends EA. I haven't really been tuned in what's going on. Why don't you HERACROSS and Scarlet Violet? It has to be the same game. Eric, no. So the idea is that there are currently 47 Mega Evolutions. I'm trying to catch the Pokemon. I'm trying to catch those 47 Pokemon prior to Legends EA coming out, which we don't know exactly when it's going to come out yet. I could do the HERACROSS in Scarlet and Violet, but I don't want to do like all the hunts in Scarlet and Violet because that would make it a little simpler. And also, I just have a big affinity for the soft reset hunts in Sword and Shield. We have done some streams, Eric. It's been probably about a month. We did do some streams for Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. I can tell you which ones we got because I have my little checklist here. We got in Scarlet Violet, we got Slowbro, Ampharos, Houndoom, Tyranitar, Sceptile, Blaziken, Swampert, Medicham, Camerupt, Salamence, and Metagross. We still need to go back. We need to get the Banette. We need to get the Sableye. And we're eventually going to end the challenge with the Altaria. Why are you ending the challenge with Altaria, Hefty? That seems like not a very exciting ending to this challenge. Well, let me tell you why. Because for that hunt, I'm going to pull an Eric Notso, and I am going to be hunting for the Static Terra Altaria. I am going to try and get the Static Altaria Shiny, or Static Terra Shiny Altaria. There was some kind of discount PLA Fieldlands hunt? Oh, come on now, Matthew. He had a dream last night. Kim was shiny hunting Rayquaza and Emerald and got last reset of the stream. After you thought he was cheating and gifted 15 memberships. I mean, that does sound like something that would happen. Yeah, for those of you that don't know this, Eric Not So Generic did something incredibly rare and pretty awesome. Yesterday morning? Was it yesterday morning, Eric? I think it was. Eric actually found, he wasn't even hunting for it. It just happened randomly. The Static Electric Terra Porygon in the Blueberry Academy was shiny. Yeah, Gina, I hope Kem gets the Lotad on Monday. I was saying it towards the end of stream yesterday because, you know, he's going to be shaving the mustache tomorrow morning. It's going to be gone. And he was commenting towards the end of the stream that maybe Lotad doesn't like the mustache. And I said that I would laugh my butt off. And in fact, I'm going to make a guarantee. I'm going to make a pledge right here and now, live on the YouTube. If Shiny Lotad shows up on Monday, the first stream after Kem shaves the mustache, and proves once and for all that Shiny Lotad hated Kem's mustache, I'll give 20 memberships. You picked a best jacket yesterday. He's saving it for you on December 7th. It's already 20% off. On the 7th, you have a family and friends coupon for 25% off. Nice. Good job finding a good deal. I know you have to hold it to me. That's why I paused for a minute and thought about how many I wanted to gift. I mean, I'm no Nabil, I'm no Kiro, but I will donate I will donate 20 memberships if Kem gets the Lotad on Monday, because that would just make me laugh so much. But speaking of memberships, Eric Not So Generic gifting 5 memberships. Look at these snipes: Brooke, Gladiator Collectibles, Unpleasant Voltage, and Gage Perez, and Keith with another 5 memberships: Sabine, Anime Stop Pod, Ms. Jamie, King Swamp, and Sneaky Fox. Can we get some hype in the chat for both Eric and Keith? You two are incredibly nice. I feel loved every day I'm with all of you, Gina, whether there's gifted memberships or not. I also don't know why my Streamlabs refuses to update the number of members unless it's like a... It won't update when there's gifted memberships, is what I'm trying to say. Last weekend, we had a bunch of gifted memberships, which was pretty awesome, but the number didn't update until someone came in and actually bought a membership. Then the number updated. It's stupid. 2 raids, lots of memberships. I know, this has been a fantastic stream. Now we just gotta get a shiny. Legendary Snipe, Gage, that's right. I hope Gage is doing well. An attitude of gratitude. You know, Gina, I've often found that most things that rhyme are true. So I totally agree with that. It's important to have an attitude of gratitude. You chatted with him the other day. Oh, nice, Froky. Very cool. Not the same jacket compared to David, your coworker. He refused to get rid of it because Dad passed it down to him. It's an oil patch, warm, quality, $2,000 jacket. Okay. I mean, I don't know much about jackets like that, but sounds like if it was his dad's jacket, it's important to him. I understand that. Step into the latitude. That does not work, Gina. No. Matthew, that is good advice. That is it. I mean, it's the best way to propel the cart forward. It's the most cost-efficient way. It's the most eco-friendly way to push that cart forward. Natural propulsion. I am going for 2 Mewtwo's and 2 Charizards. Thank you for bringing that up, Matthew, because I'm actually pretty excited about this. So, Venusaur, 2 Charizards, a Blastoise, a Beedrill, Pidgeot, and 2 Mewtwo's. We will be getting in the Let's Go games. I had to start new save files for this challenge. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. On Thursday, I finished Let's Go Pikachu. I beat the Elite Four, and I got the Shiny Charm. Let's Go Eevee, I am getting ready to fight Misty, so I have quite a while to go on that, probably another 15 hours. But actually, less than that probably, because I did transfer all the Pokemon from Pikachu into Eevee. So I have almost the entire Dex in the game right now, which one helps get the Shiny Charm. All I need to do is get a Pinsir, an Omastar, and a Staryu, of all things. But also I can use those Pokemon to help make the battles a lot easier. And I'm just going to breeze through the game, only fight the trainers and gym leaders that I have to. And then we will be dual hunting. We will be hunting, instead of Venusaur and Blastoise, we'll be hunting for Bulbasaur and Squirtle. I was going to do the same thing with Charmander, but then Kem brought up a good point yesterday. There are wild Charizards in the air. I've actually gotten a shiny Charizard that way myself back in my first playthroughs when I was shiny hunting for things. So we might actually do that for the Charizards. Actually get 2 wild Charizards in the air. And we also will be dual hunting the Mewtwo. And what's going to be fun about that hunt, and what I mean by fun is I mean painful and tedious, is we're not going to go until one of the Mewtwo's shine. We need both of the Mewtwo's to shine. So that'll be a good time. No, Gina, I'm not getting one for each day of the year. You got to go, Mighty Munchkin. Thanks for being here. Have a great rest of your day. What about a third Mewtwo and Charizard? Jerry, if they do announce, before the game comes out, if they do announce there will be a Charizard V and a Mewtwo Z, then yes, we will be adding those. That 47 that you see right here will become a 49, and we'll have to get a third Charizard and a third Mewtwo somehow. I don't know how we're going to get that third Mewtwo. You saw a wild Charizard, you might lose your mind. Like in real life, that would be terrifying, yes. Eric, I got a feeling you're going to finish up that that shiny starter challenge quicker than you think you are. Well, we have to go back to... Well, we don't have to. We don't have to. I've been debating. I'm still debating on what I would rather do. What is going to be the lesser of two evils? Going back to Dynamax for Latios, Latias, and Rayquaza? Or going to BDSP for Latios, Latias, and Rayquaza? I haven't decided which one I would hate less. They're not going to announce that. They don't want to give people more reasons to not buy the game. Oh my gosh. Shots fired by Nabil. Why not Ultra Wormholes? Because I can't stream it, Matthew, unfortunately. I'm not cool like Chem or Shinies. I can't stream my 3DS. Right, Matt? It is a rough choice. Is it weird your happy place is your work and all your coworkers? I don't think it's weird. I think it's fortunate, JJ. I'm glad that you're in a position where you, enjoy going to work and seeing your coworkers. That is an optimal thing. Not everyone has that opportunity, but I'm glad you do. They're just going to shadow drop them. And I know there's been a lot of quote-unquote leaks or speculation on new Dynamax, or not Dynamax, new Mega Pokemon. But as far as I'm concerned, if they haven't been announced by Game Freak, then they're not official. But if we do get those announcements, if some of those rumored new Megas are officially announced, they will be added to the list as well. You dislike your coworkers, rather spend time on Hefty and Chemstream? I mean, I'd rather spend time on Chemstream than doing pretty much anything else. Random Tuber, welcome back. Exactly, Matthew. Look, I've never been a believer in the leaks and rumors, but I'll admit they did get some things right in the past. But I think especially after the Scarlet Violet DLC debacle last year, I have absolutely zero faith in anything that gets leaked. And yeah, thank you for putting that in quotes, Matthew. I think the term leaked, I think the word leaked has lost all meaning. Someone speculating or coming up with an idea because they think it would be cool is not a leak. It is speculation and or a rumor. Came up in the old Korokoro leaks, and that was peak Pokemon. Oh yeah, I remember the Korokoro leaks. I remember looking at Cerebi, every day to see if the new issue of Korokoro came out, and what they put in that issue. Do Spidops or Kricketune learn any good bug moves? Good question. Bug Buzz is a pretty decent move. I'm pretty sure Kricketune learns that. In my opinion, the best bug moves would be X-Scissor and surprisingly Leech Life. How about how much they boosted Leech Life in recent gens? I'm not sure if Psydops or Kricketune can learn either one of those two moves. How do I like my coffee? Little cream, little sugar. If I do it by if I'm at home, I'll do 1 teaspoon of sugar, and I'll do a 2-count cream pour. If we were to go out to a restaurant, Gina, I would do 1 sugar packet and one creamer cup. Creature of habit, because you've been doing this for almost 5 years now, you're comfortable with it? Good. I'm glad you are. You always follow the typos Joe posted on his website, which can be in Discord again, all big misunderstanding. I mean, yeah, the misunderstanding was that, when you said, hey, Joe, you won't box Chem Nation, prove me wrong, and he thought that you were serious. Do I care what kind of sugar? I prefer real sugar. I'm not a sugar substitute type of person. I don't like the taste of Splenda or what's the E? My mom used to use Equal all the time. I can't stand Equal. Best thing you do as a Pokemon fan is wait for the announcement. These folks are pouring in so much work into these games for us. Exactly, Matthew. You know what the other thing that really grinds my gears, Matthew? You know what really annoys me? And I don't talk about this too often because I feel like whenever I bring it up, it can get taken as like a flex when I don't mean it to be. HDV always does the live streams whenever there's like a Pokemon Presents or other announcement drops. And being a mod in those streams is so frustrating because these are the same people that have been following the quote-unquote leaks, day like every day. So here's an official announcement from the Pokemon Company, an official announcement from Game Freak, whatever, announcing something that's going to be in the new game, and then everyone whines and complains that there was nothing new in the announcement. They've known that for months. And I'm like, you brought this upon yourself. It is new because it was just announced. You couldn't wait to the official announcement. You looked at the leaks. So don't complain about this announcement not having anything new because this is the first time they've publicly talked about it. You spoiled yourself. Sugar in the raw, I mean, I've used it, but I just mean like regular old cane sugar. You're an iced coffee girly all year, but if you have the time to take a cappuccino, it's been a while since I've had a cappuccino. I do like cappuccinos. I've had espressos, on occasion. Against Mighty with Ice Fang, Fire Fang, and Howl. Well, Fire Fang is not going to be good against Side Ops, or it's not going to be good for you if you have Side Ops or Cricketune. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure at the top of my head what the movesets are for this Pokemon. I think it was, you came at Pokemon Hard for the delay in Pokemon Home update. Oh, okay, Eric. Exactly. Can't wait till Christmas Day to open your presents. Exactly. I mean, I love Maddie to death. He is surprisingly such a genuine and humble person for as big of a content creator as he is. I know the fact that he makes the daily videos can be somewhat divisive because they are all, like he makes them every day. There's obviously going to be days there's not really any new content to talk about. But he does a good job, in my opinion, of disclaiming, like, this is all rumors and speculation. This is what people are talking about. And, a lot of times he'll be like, I don't think this is true, but this is just what people are talking about. So I respect and appreciate that. But then, yeah, you go into his live streams for like a Pokemon Presents, and it's just so full of negative Nancy's all the time. Just constantly. Even like the worst, the absolute worst. And I'm sorry. I'm usually not this passionate and like get upset about things. But if this is you, I'm talking to you. Change your attitude. If you go into a Nintendo Direct that's focusing on third-party developers, and you spend the entire Direct complaining about how there's no new Pokemon news, you don't understand what third-party means. It is your fault for going into a third-party Direct expecting Pokemon news. So I don't want to hear your 1 out of 10 at the end of the Direct, because you came in with not just elevated expectations, delusional expectations. And Nabil knows exactly what I'm talking about, because Nabil is an absolute VIP over on that channel. Mom wants to keep it to $200 for us kids because you always act like Santa and buy more, and Mom wants to do that. Okay. All right. Just for what it's worth, JJ, I know you like sharing about your family. You love them a lot, and it's awesome that you have such a close tie with your family. It is a little unusual to talk about how much you and your family are spending on each other at Christmas. Just so you're aware, like, it's just kind of an odd thing to talk about in a public forum. I don't really know how else to say that. Going to a third-party direct expecting Pokemon Smash news. That's why they hold these specific directs to appease the babies. Right. I mean, they literally have separate directs called Pokemon Presents for Pokemon news. And while there have been times where Nintendo directs have had Pokemon news, Pokemon Presents exists for a reason. You should never go into a Nintendo Direct expecting Pokemon news, and be grateful and surprised if they do. I will not stop it, Nabil. Now these same conversations with your local Smash community back in the Smash 4 days. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine. Matthew, I got roasted by the Smash community once. This was back in the pre-Brawl days. Shiny party hat Bulbasaur, tomorrow is your birthday. That's awesome, dude. Happy early birthday. So this was in the months leading up to Brawl coming out. Or no, yeah, Brawl. Months leading up to Brawl coming out on the Wii. And I like lived in GameFAQs at the time. The GameFAQs why am I blanking on such an easy word? Message boards, the GameFAQs message boards. And they released a Nintendo released a teaser trailer. It was like the third trailer or something for the game. And everyone was flipping out about how much new stuff was in it. And I get on to the GameFAQs message board. We'll just say very late at night on a Friday night in my early 20s. And I'm reading all these messages of people being all hyped up and amped up for everything that was revealed in the trailer. And I get on there and decide I'm going to tell everyone what I think. And I say, I don't know why everyone's freaking out over that scene with Bowser and the gun. Bowser's been in the game since the beginning. There have been guns in the game since the beginning to pick up. Like, I don't know what all y'all are freaking out about. And I wake up the next morning to so many messages in that message board. Apparently, I wasn't as big of a Smash fan as I thought I was, or at least I wasn't a Smash fan the night before. It might have been a different kind of Smash. That I forgot that Bowser had never been playable up to that point. He had just been a boss. And a lot of people had a lot of comments for me. Christmas gift giving has always been a thing for me where I feel like it's just awkward. That's why I like Thanksgiving over Christmas. You never have to feel I have to buy a gift. And if so, I feel like I have to, yeah, no limit on money, but also don't feel like I have to buy everyone everything. Just do anything out of kindness in my heart. Can't buy 100 people everything. Has to mean something. I totally agree, Eric. There are a lot of people that I would love to be able to get things for. It's just not feasible. And I don't try and like put a like I don't try and be equal monetarily, right? Like I try not to say like, well, I spent X amount of money on this person, so I have to spend that same amount of money on this other person. It's more like focused on special meaning and something that I know they would like, something they've wanted, or something that would have a special meaning. We've all been roasted at least once online. I certainly got roasted that next morning. Competitive Smash community hated Brawl so much they stuck with Melee and still do, as well as developing PM, which is finally taken up 7 or so years ago. Look, I loved Melee. It was, I lived in Melee for a good solid couple of years. I loved Brawl mostly though, and first off, Matthew, I'm not trying to disagree with you. I totally get who you're talking about. I've seen those people. Brawl I really loved because of the Subspace Emissary. Look, I've always been like more of a single player guy. And I love the fact they added in basically a single player game to Smash Brothers, and I thought the story was really good. I thought the gameplay was a lot of fun. As a collector, I love the fact that you could throw the stands at the enemies and had a chance to like turn them into a trophy. I never finished that collection. I really wish I would have. I absolutely loved it. Um, and then uh, the newest Smash Brothers, I think, as far as like one-on-one fights, whether it's with other people or you're playing solo battles, I think those have been my most fun, just because of the roster. But I did not like the single player game nearly as much as Subspace Emissary. He was so peeved that it was leaked ahead of release Brawl that he vowed never again. Really? I didn't know that. I seriously, I love Subspace Emissary so much. Single player adventure mode has been garbage. Yeah. I've not been a huge fan. And for me, Matthew, personally, and again, like I don't have like strong feelings about this. I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not going to get into like a debate or discussion about it because you're a much bigger Smash player than I am, so I'm just going to side with you. Um, the whole idea of like the stickers and stuff in the most recent Smash Brothers that like gave you like bonus powers or things, I didn't really like that. I don't know why. It didn't do it for me. I didn't like the idea of like adding the stickers to the characters. Story of Brawl was so good. It was. It was really good. But God, I have so many fond memories of playing Melee in college with my roommate and my friends. That was such a good time. You have a friend who hosts Smash Bros tournaments in the summer and never sounds like a vibe. I mean, it really depends on who you play with, right? Getting fleece jeans? Nice, JJ. I was talking, I think it was last weekend, I was talking about a lot of my birthdays in my 20s where I'd run out the local tavern and we'd hook up the, I guess it was Wii. We'd hook up the Wii to the big screen TV and have little non-competitive friendly Smash tournaments. Played a bit of Ultimate, but you have old man reflexes now. Retired from Smash like 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, exactly. I still really enjoy the Smash games. I can kick a decent amount of butt solo against the CPU. Um, like I'm not like fighting like level 9 CPUs nonstop, but I do decent. Like I probably still do pretty good against like a level 7 CPU. I beat level 9s, but that's more of a rare occasion. So I mean I hold my own solo. But I get my butt whooped when I fight other live people just because they're just so much better and have better reflexes than me. You love Smash games, seeing your friends go to tourneys for it and they put you in your place. Exactly. You were a state threat. Nice. Never made it to regional or national, but when you travel to state, you're usually seated decently high. That's really impressive, Matthew. That's pretty awesome. I've never participated in any sort of official organized tournament, even at a local level. So the fact that you were a state threat is pretty darn awesome. I'm really impressed by that, as I usually am. The ones where money's on the line are kind of aggressive. Oh yeah, anytime you introduce money or any sort of prizes, the competitive factor goes way up. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already 11:41 my time. Holy potatoes. I think we'll take the LOPUNNY up to 12:50. I would go later because I'm having a lot of fun, but I need to get to the post office before 1. That's when they close. So at this point, even if I stop at noon, it'll probably be close to 12:30 by the time I get there. What's my drink of choice? Coffee. If you're talking about adult beverages, I don't drink anymore, but when I did, it would be a Captain Morgan and Coca-Cola. In-state, you'd be seated higher than out-of-state PR players. Doesn't get a chance to travel much. Would usually top 16 big state events. Never higher than 7th for the drive. It takes you at the highest nuts. Dude, Matthew, that is so impressive. In-game spending, yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of a different topic, but yeah, when you talk about like in-game purchases, there are some people that spend a lot of money on that. They're called whales. They're basically how the games are able to pay for themselves. It's how they turn their profit. Yeah, Gina, I just found out about that a few months ago. Actually, I was surprised. What's the best Sinnoh starter? In my opinion, the best Sinnoh starter is Turtwig. Other people might have different opinions. I can't say there's a Sinnoh starter that I dislike. My favorite is Turtwig. TJ, you should know better than that. Watch the language. Eric, yes, he has not changed his pants. Turtwig, Shiny Party Hat Bulbasaur. Turtwig is my favorite. I understand, JJ. I understand why you would do that. I understand why you would unsub. Yeah, I think all three starters are good. It's just Turtwig's definitely my favorite. Piplup's Shiny line and its evolution line? Yeah, I mean, Piplup's a great Pokemon. So Alpha Torterra and its Region Alpha and the Twiggy Boys. Piplup's your favorite water starter? Nice. My favorite water starter is Squirtle. My favorite grass starter is Rowlet. My favorite fire starter is Torchic. Torchic is also my favorite starter overall. We do need another water steel type. I mean, Empoleon's a fantastic water steel Pokemon, but I think it's time we get another one. John's going with Infernape. Infernape's a good one. Two biggest wins were Ace Star the third, Kentucky number 3, and Van, West Virginia number 1. Still never made PR in Ohio. It's testament to how cracked Ohio was at the time. That's crazy. Sinistars are perfect, honestly. In my opinion, the best starter lineups have been Gens 3 and Gen 6. And I know that's a little bit of a hot take talking about Gen 6. But typically I will like 2 starters, but love the third. But with Gen 3 and Gen 6, like, you can't go wrong in my opinion. I think all of them are just absolutely amazing. Torchic just, barely ekes out Trico and Mudkip. And then another hot take is on the other end of the spectrum, none of the Gen 5 starters, none of the Unova starters really get me excited. They're not terrible. I'm not saying they're bad Pokemon, but none of the 3 jumps out as like, oh, I must play as this one. And go for the last Fennekin you need, but you don't want to leave the stream, start after this. All right, Eric. Yeah, we'll be going for about another 15 minutes. 15, 14 minutes. So it shouldn't be too long. Yeah, JJ, as long as you don't say those words in the chat, right? Gen 7 stars your favorite trio? Alola, as you know, John, the Alola games are my favorite Pokemon games. And yeah, the starters are great. All three of them are fantastic, but in that case, Rowlet definitely jumps out at me as being the best of the three. You always choose the water starters, but you almost folded with Torchic. I didn't realize this until Gen 9 was getting ready to come out. I've done so many multiple playthroughs of all the games, right? Like I've played like with all the starters. But when it comes to first playthroughs with the starter, Gen 9 was the first time my first playthrough was with a grass type. I always choose either the water or fire type. But Gen 9 Sprigatito was my first time I've done a first playthrough with a grass type. And I know I just said that Rowlet's my favorite grass starter, but my first playthrough on the Gen 7 games, I picked Litten. Let's see. First starter ever in each gen for me was Squirtle, Cyndaquil, Torchic, Piplup, Tepig. Gen 6 was Fennekin. Gen 7 was Litten. Gen 8 was Scorbunny. And finally, Gen 9 was Sprigatito. You think Poplio's ugly? What, Gina? Come on now. Don't like the apes, monkeys, gorillas, something about them? Chicory is your favorite Gen 2 starter? My favorite Gen 2 starter is Torchic. Not Torchic. My favorite Gen 2 starter is Totodile. I don't think there's one single ugly starter Pokemon and its evolutions. I'm not a huge fan of Torracat. And I know a lot of people don't like Quilladin, but I think or Quilladin. I guess it's Quilladin. I know a lot of people don't like Quilladin, but I think it's kind of adorable in its derpiness. Torchic's a great Gen 2 mon. Stop it, Moose. I'm just so used to saying favorite starter is Torchic, and it starts with a T. Sometimes I say dumb things. Quaxley's adorable, but then it goes downhill. Quaxwell has a weird looking head. I'll just say it. I don't mind Quaquaval at all, but Quaxwell, that head is something else. Random tuber. You know what? I'm just going to focus on the second half of that message and the follow-up message. I'm going to focus on the fact that you got selected for the volleyball team and you got a good on the exam and say congratulations. That's awesome. Because at the end of the day, you just listed one bad thing and two good things. Sounds to me like the good things are winning. Chespin's Cube goes downhill from there. Stop it. I think Chestnut's awesome. And straight up, I think the Chespin line has the best shiny line out of the Gen 6 starters. Come at me, bro. I think Chespin, Quilladin, and Chesnaught have the best shinies out of all the starters. Too bad, too good. I missed the second bad. But yeah, random tuber. Let's just focus on the positive. Let's focus on the positive, right? Always moving forward. Kind of agree with you on the shinies there. That's all right, Anne-Marie. I mean, I know that I am obviously wrong because you are perfect. You are perfect, but I'm okay being wrong in this position. Yeah, Froakie and Frogadier are not fantastic shinies. And okay, here's another hot take. While I think it got better in Gen 9, I think the Greninja shiny looks pretty good in Gen 9. Prior to that, I wasn't a huge fan of the Greninja shiny. And here's why. If you look at the regular Greninja, there's so many different shades, tints, hues, whatever words you want to use, of blue on the regular Greninja. And then the shiny Greninja looks like a just solid black. There's not a lot of like tints. There's not a lot of shades within the blacks. And so if I look at a shiny Greninja pre-Gen 9, it looks like it lost a lot of detail. But I do think it looks pretty good in Gen 9. Can't argue with the Queen. Exactly, Gina. I'd never even attempt to. My family keeps telling me to turn down the audio. They think you're too loud because your brother sleeps during the day and basically telling them how long they all. That is the first time, Eric. That is the very first time in my entire life I've been told that I'm too loud. I don't know whether to be insulted or honored. Think about shiny Greninja could be like a poison dart frog. Yeah, I mean it could. It could. I just in earlier games I was sad that it lost a lot of the detail. Fennekin line has some pretty good shinies. Silver and purple does look good. You have it pretty low? That's wild. I can't wait to tell Razzie that someone thought I was too loud. Yeah, Anne-Marie is constantly having to put me on like full volume. I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I literally have the volume on the microphone turned up as loud as it goes. I mean, I could turn up a little bit more in the, you know what, I will. I will turn up a little bit more in the Streamlabs. Oh, no, I can't. I can't. The Streamlabs audio is as loud as it goes, too. Literally, my microphone and the streaming software has the volume on the microphone turned up to the max. Not terrible, just lackluster. I can agree with that. Might be your laptop. Anne-Marie, you know what? My laptop, I think, might be the same thing, where my audio, when I'm like watching videos on my laptop, seems to be a lot lower than I would expect it to be. Ooh, Matthew, thank you for saying that to me. I'm going to watch that a little bit later on. You gonna go get lunch? All right, JJ, enjoy your lunch. Cold Deep, what's going on? Good to see you, my friend. You are coming in here at the end of the stream. We just have a few checks left. All right, we'll take HERACROSS 265 and the LOPUNNY to 1250. If we don't get a shiny today, I feel pretty confident we're going to get one tomorrow. Oh, Coldy, you never have to apologize. Never have to apologize. I'm just happy that you were able to stop in. It's always nice to see you. Oh, don't get me wrong. I like Greninja. I definitely like Greninja. It's just prior to Gen... Like, as a Pokemon in general, fantastic Pokemon. Prior to Gen 9, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought... I can't believe I'm going to use this word. I thought the shiny was overrated. Gen 9, much better shiny in my opinion. But as a Pokemon, I think Greninja's awesome. John, leftover turkey sandwich, buddy. Leftover freaking turkey sandwich. Here we go. Last check of the stream. It's your brother's fault since he sticks this lame schedule as choice to have to sleep during the day. Not my fault. You literally chose to work night shift. I mean, I know some people don't have the choice. Maybe your brother does. But no, I think it's funny. I'm not like insulted or anything. It's just wild. And I've literally never heard anyone tell me I was too loud. Here we go. Before we hit the A button and do this last check, I got a bunch of thank yous to make. You guys have been incredible today. First up, I'd like to thank the 2 new subscribers. That's awesome. I'd also like to thank 8-Bit Emerald for the 5 months of membership, Evelyn for the gifted membership, Nabil for the 21 months and the 20 gifted memberships, Rianne for the 23 months, Eric, not so generic, for the 5 gifted memberships, and Keith for the 5 gifted memberships. And most importantly, I'd like to thank each and every single one of you for being here and keeping me company this morning. I could not do this without you. Let's do this last check on the Lopunny. Is it going to be shiny? And Eric gifting another 10 memberships. My goodness gracious. Natalie Cole, Jody Hinton, Mazzy, Lily, Ryan Berry, good old Ryan Berry, the narrator, someone awesome, Lucky Cat Greggles, Henners, the Sands guy, Eric. What the heck, bro? Thank you so much. You're amazing. You're all amazing. And you all are going to have a fantastic rest of your day. We will be back tomorrow, continuing this hunt. One of them will shine tomorrow. I guarantee that one of them will shine, or they won't. But we will be back tomorrow. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. Take care of yourself. Be good, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Checked it. I checked 1250. Didn't I? Checked it. I'm looking at the replay right now. I totally checked it. I totally checked it. But you know what? Anne-Marie, Gina, for you two, we'll do one more check. We'll do one more check. I'm literally watching the replay right now. I'm literally watching the replay. I checked it. But I will do one more for you two. I didn't cut away too quickly because I'm watching the replay. Not shiny. We will be back tomorrow. Thank you all so much. Matthew, Oh, Gina! Gina, congratulations on the shiny Voltorb. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. 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 Bye.